What the hell am I doing here? Hello, my name is Bruce, and this is my first vlog, traveling at a snail's pace. I'm a trained cost accountant, and what that is, I would go into manufacturing facilities, look at processes and procedures, apply costs to those to the way we did business, and write a report on the cost effectiveness on our policies and procedures and recommendations to try to improve. I'd like to try to do that with this vlog for the cruising industry, going in and looking at what's a good deal and what's not a good deal. And the funny thing is, social media is not my forte. I'm 63 years old, and I have been avoiding social media pretty much all my life. I've just seen friends and family get in trouble with social media. And to be honest, I've got a lot of different ways I can get in trouble, and I just didn't need to add another one. So, you know, I've avoided it. So because I've avoided it, there's things I don't know about social media. Like, I've got a Facebook page. Never used it. Not too sure how to. I've got a Twitter account. I've actually got some tweets coming my way. But I haven't sent out a tweet and not really too sure how to use that either. Still not too sure what Instagram is. And YouTube. I can watch YouTube, but I've got an account on YouTube, and I believe I've actually got the means to download a video onto YouTube. I just don't know how to do that either. And I sure the heck don't know how to edit this video that I'm recording as we speak. But, you know, but that's something that I'm going to learn. And so what am I doing here? Why am I sitting in front of this camera and talking to y'all? Well, back in November 2022, my wife and I decided that we needed to take a cruise. All of our friends and family that have taken cruises just raved about it. So we thought, what the heck? So we booked a cruise, Royal Caribbean Adventure of the Seas. Then I got thinking, you know, what are we getting ourselves into? You know, I kind of like to know what I'm getting myself into. So my wife suggested, well, go to YouTube. Maybe they got something. So I did. I typed in Adventure of the Seas. And the first vlog was this guy named Danny, and he took me on an hour-long tour of the ship. And the more I saw, the more I fell in love with the idea of cruising. The ship was beautiful. I liked the idea that someone will feed me 3 squares a day, and I don't have to cook. I like the idea that there's all sorts of things to do. There's bars galore, theater at night, piano bar. You know, in fact, I'm planting my flag at the Schooner Bar for 4 straight nights. I love piano bars. And so the Schooner Bar is where I'll be if you want to come say hi. So far, I've probably watched 150, 200 hours worth of vlogs, different ships, different ship lines, and a lot on how to go ahead and become a YouTuber, and also how to do the things I've just told you I don't know how to do. You know, my wife, I'm scaring my wife. You know, since that fateful day in November of 2022, I have booked 5 cruises. And mind you, I haven't been on a single cruise yet. You know, we've got the one going to the Bahamas, good on the Adventure of the Seas. Then our next cruise will be in the end of fall, going on the Encore Norwegian Cruise Lines. We're going to Alaska, a bucket list, something I've always wanted to do, get to Alaska, and I'm going on. I'll be cruising to Alaska, which I never even thought of that. But hey. We then got. I saw a vlog on Harmony of the Seas and fell in love with the ship. So I booked a cruise on Harmony of the Seas because I want to see the ship. And that's one of the things that I don't understand is the fact that I believe the ships should be part of quote the destination, because the ships today are just magnificent, awe-inspiring. I like the idea of a floating hotel. Then we got a cruise on Voyager of the Seas, and I kind of stumbled on that by accident, just kind of messing around one day. And it was one of those heck of a deals. Couldn't pass it up. So 5-day cruise, again in the Caribbean, sailing out of Galveston, which most of these ships is where we're going, out of Galveston. Then we're going to go and we're going to fly to Tampa, Florida. Spend a couple days there, then step on the Radiance of the Seas and do a 14-day cruise heading to the Panama Canal, another bucket list. And in between all of this, this late spring, early summer, we're heading to Vegas for a week. So, I've got 3 land vacations in Tampa Bay for a couple of days before we cruise out. Seattle, Washington for 3 days before we cruise out. And then a week in Vegas, which will help me go ahead and have comparisons to the cost of land-based vacations versus cruise vacations. I'll go ahead and cost all that out and show comparisons, and we can discuss it. Now, my wife is retiring in just a few weeks, so we're going to have time to be able to make all of these cruises, since basically what I'm doing now is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. I'm going to turn, hopefully I'm going to turn this into my final career. Again, one time I was a cost accountant. I've been a buyer, and I've been basically in the supply chain field my entire life. So I kind of, my heart goes out a little bit to the cruise lines when they talk about, being able to find what they need to find to make our lives easier the week we're on the ship. So what makes me think I can become a vlogger? Well, again, I told you, I'm 63 years old. You heard that adage that teach an old dog new tricks. Well, we're going to try to see if this dog can be taught. And I've kind of got the paperwork to prove it. I've got a degree in accounting, as I've stated earlier. I've also got a master's degree. Damn near killed me. And what a master's degree does, or how I was taught, is I was given a subject. And I was told what I needed to bring to the table on my report. Then I had a week to research that subject, write a paper, and then send that paper off to my professor. Well, my final GPA was a 3.53 out of 4. And so I think I did a decent job. So I can research, and that's what I plan on doing. I'm going to go ahead, and I've got a bunch of subjects I've written down for things that I want to look up and research, and thank God for the internet. With the internet, that makes life so much easier. It sure does. So what do I want to do? Again, I want to break down the cost of cruising to show you what's a good deal and to show you what are bad deals, to instead of you having to go ahead and put pen to paper and play with the numbers, I'll do it, because, to be honest with you, I should have been a statistician and not an accountant. But hey, I thought accountants made more money. And of course, you know, as I go through this and send out my vlogs, I do want you all to bring back feedback to me. Now, you don't have to tell me that I'm fat. You don't have to tell me that I'm old. You don't have to tell me that I'm bald. I know that. You know, but, you know, if you'd like me to research something for you, or if you've got questions about the cruise industry, I'll look it up. You know, to me, this is fun. This is something I want to do. So, you know, the pandemic kind of hurt everybody. You know, and for me, for close to 2 years, I didn't leave the house. Thank God that you can have your groceries delivered. You know, and so I stayed home. But now that the pandemic has seemed to be calmed down, you know, I want to get back out. I want to live. I want to go see friends again. I want to go do things. I want to go to places I've never been to before. And I believe cruising is the best way for me to do it. I'm mobily challenged. I've had 3 back surgeries, and I can no longer get around the way I used to. I use a cane, and for long distances, I use a walker because my back will scream at me, and I've got to sit down, and I've got to have a seat, so the walker becomes a place for me to sit down and rest for a minute or two. I've got some ideas of things I want to go ahead and talk to you all about. Again, I talked about, you know, the difference between a cruise vacation versus a land vacation. Ships as the destinations. Again, I don't quite understand why that isn't more prevalent in the vlogs that I watch. I definitely want to go through my 5 cruises, show you my costs, and again, compare it to the costs for going to Galveston, going to Tampa Bay, and then heading out to Vegas for a week. When I first decided I wanted to do this, everybody was talking about how the Wi-Fi service was terrible. Well, it seems like Starlink, Mr. Musk, has gone ahead and started to make Wi-Fi a better, at least it's better on the ship. But the cost of it, I don't understand. I guess it's, you know, you want it, you pay for it. But, you know, I'm going to look into that more and try to, you know, to see if that is a good deal or not. You know, I mean, some people, I would think, you know, you just want to put the phone up for the week and decompress. Just tell the family, hey, you know, I'm on a cruise in a week, I'll talk to you. Again, Vegas, Galveston, Seattle, you know, we'll go ahead and talk about those as comparisons to cruising. Gratuities. You know, I kind of see both sides of the story. The discussion of whether gratuities should be part of the fare, or if gratuities should be separated out and paid daily. Or in my case, I pay them before I set on the ship, because that's just one less thing I want to have to worry about at the end of the cruise. The buffet. You know, every buffet that I've seen looks scrumptious. Looks like something I definitely want to go and try out. But, you know, my question is, should we really be doing self-serve, or should the cruise serve it? I've heard some horror stories, and I've got some opinions, and we'll go ahead and talk about that. Now, am I obsessed? My wife thinks so. And again, I'm scaring her. In fact, I'm not allowed to book another cruise until we go on the one that, you know, in the next, you know, coming up here in the next 30 or 40 days or so. So, but that's something I'll probably go ahead and do a vlog on, is my obsession, and, you know, just how the whole thing just, you know, I wasn't looking for it, and I sure the heck didn't expect it, but I'm now in front of a camera trying to become a social media influencer person. I don't know what you even call me, but anyways, I just want to leave you with this one thought. You work hard for your money, you need to spend it wisely, and I hope to help you do it. Thank you for watching this vlog, and I should have more coming out here in the very near future. You all have a wonderful day, and good night.